I'm very happy to have with us Jennifer Tomlinson, who finished her MLS degree last year. She has a bachelor's in humanities from the University of South Florida and has told me that there are some differences between the undergraduate experience as a humanities major and the graduate experience in the Master of Liberal Studies program. Jennifer, would you like to say a bit more about that?
When I was interested in looking into a graduate program, I fell in love with what I read in the curriculum here at Rollins. And I must say, coming into the program, I think I had a little bit of hubris coming with a humanities background. I felt like, yeah, this is perfect for me. This is my niche. This is going to work for me. Not really expecting, not knowing what to expect. And one of the main things that struck a chord for me being in the program is when you're a humanities major, you're surrounded by humanities majors. So sometimes your perspective is just straight and pretty narrow. But coming into the program, I mean, my core group had a doctor. You can be in a class with an architect. You can be in a class with someone with a science background, an engineering background. And all of a sudden, your mind and your world is open because you're talking about the same subject, but from all of these different viewpoints. And then you can reflect on your own mental frameworks and shape a new perspective for yourself.
One of the exciting things for many of our students is the opportunity to pursue something of particular interest or some sort of something about which they're very passionate when it comes to choosing a thesis topic and writing a thesis. I know that your thesis topic was especially meaningful to you, and also that you've been able to use that thesis to present a paper at a national conference in New York.
That's another signal of my hubris. Coming into this program, I thought I could write, and I thought I was the best writer, and rightfully so for my, being an undergraduate student. I really was a good writer, but I was challenged in such a way that my first paper of my first core class was redo, and that progression of writing academically really grew exponentially, and then eventually led to my thesis. Where I concentrated. My passion is food culture, specifically in urban society. And that whole process of writing that thesis really conditioned me into a proper writer, thankfully with the help of my, thesis mentor as well. And so with that thesis, the next thing I was able to do was pull a chapter from it dealing with the economics of food. And I was able to present at an economics business ethics conference in St. John's University.
You didn't mention the name of your thesis. You have to say what that is.
Oh, my thesis is Finger Licking Good, an analytical investigation into the urban diet. I am an academic advisor at Valencia College. I also teach African American humanities on the East Campus, and I teach African American humanities and ancient and classical humanities at Seminole College as well. One of the greatest experiences I can say of being an adjunct professor is when you're, especially in my Greek and Roman class, when I'm able to pull up PowerPoints and show pictures, I don't have to use Google. We took a field trip to Greece, and all my pictures are from my own camera. And having that personal experience from that trip is such an enlightening and powerful experience to have in the classroom, because now you're not just conveying information, you're conveying information, experiences, your personal nuances to the conversation, and there's a whole different interaction with the students. And that's one of the greatest things that I can take away from the program as well, with our field trip to Greece. We had a great time, and being able to use all of those experiences in my classroom has been an amazing, amazing thing for me.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. This has been almost as much fun as when we were watching the Parthenon together in Athens.
That was great.